Really, the whole back of your house really needs re-rendering and sealing. So this is one of the upstairs rooms, as you can see, once again in fairly bad order. All the ceiling cracking, decoration poor, boarded up windows, single glazed of course, and the wood around the windows starting to rot. So here we can see the state of the upstairs rooms. This one's actually one of the better ones with only moderate cracking. This room here still holds where old pipe work was removed to prevent flooding. Ceiling coming away. This is the bay, which is completely rotten. You can poke your fingers into the woodwork, as you can see, completely rotten, soft. And the support joists for the bay have vanished altogether. You can see how deep. My hand's going right outside to the outside brickwork, or render, I should say. And the plaster's just falling off the walls. Look. And this is what it's like on the whole bay. The whole window's rotten and starting to sag a little bit at the front. The garden's overgrown but has been kept down by the help of neighbours, all of who have protected the fences and everything for him. So that's not too bad. But if you look down, you can see the patio at the back again is breaking up and is not safe for him to walk on. So you can see down there where it's all starting to break away, it's uneven and he can't balance. So it all needs attention. So coming back through into this room here, this is where all these heat's going through all the gaps and things. This is the upstairs loo. Everything's crumbling away. Still old plastic pipes, ventilator covers that are off and the air's just coming straight in. A screwdriver that's stopping the water from overflowing on his toilet, and a window that quite simply doesn't close. The pigeons have now got mesh over to stop them coming in, but yeah, all the air's just escaping from all these places. And so this is the room that really shows what it's like. This is the floor, the windows again single glazed, part boarded up to stop the cold. And this is the ceiling, which currently has pulled down even the old polystyrene tiles, which is now sort of laying all over this little sink unit, the upstairs sink unit, and is laying all over the floor. And then finally, the loft itself can't be insulated under a grant because it has a skylight. But unfortunately, pigeons have also got in, and nobody will come from any of the grant people to deal with this. But as you can see, the joists are bare and there is no insulation, and it's freezing. There's little bits of light shining through in various places. Oops, a daisy. Apart from the actual ventilation. And so it desperately needs insulating and keeping warm. You can see the signs of the pigeons on the rafters, and there we go. So that's the signs of the state of the place. And what you can see ahead of you down there is the entrance to yet another room. It's all bare boards up here. So yeah, not a very nice place to have to live, especially when you're old and infirm. So this is the sitting room, and yeah, this is sort of typical of what the rest of the house is like. Paper and what have you off the walls. We've replaced the curtains with some new curtains, which are not actually the right curtains, because obviously they don't meet the floor. But the ones that have just been taken off, you could put your hands through and completely threadbare. So at least these ones are complete, but unfortunately are not the right length to meet the floor. Again, you can see outside, and you can see the way that the pathway's all breaking up. He's an elderly man, he's 90, so it's just not safe for him to walk on this because it's so uneven. And now we go into the kitchen, which is where he spends most of his time because it's the warmest. And this is the old ceiling tiles and the state of actually the ceiling itself. And here we have actually managed to make a temporary repair because he's had water dripping through this bay right across the electrics. So it's temporarily repaired, but it's actually coming from the bay that was shown upstairs. So as you can see, this man desperately needs some funding to get this work done. We're showing this now. I'm happy to show another video once all the work's done, so people know that the money's not gone to waste. You can see all the staining where the water's been coming through. If you look at the metal work, you can see the little bits where the water's been dripping down. You see little lines and rivulets across it. Thanks very much. Hopefully you can give generously, because it's hard for him to cope at the moment with all this.